Hello, welcome to GottaBeReel movie reviews with Thommi.
I'm excited.
And Jules. And right now we're doing one of her favorite type of movies, a horror movie.
Woo.
Tales from the Hood.
Come on with it now.
1995. This is a classic review.
First of all, this movie, it's good. What I like best about it are the moral lessons in here are deep. I think the title may have thrown some people off a little bit because it sounds kind of corny. Yeah. Tales from the
Hood, Tales from the Crib.
Yeah, right. So, Tales from the Crib, which I watched that, of course. But for some reason lately, it's really been buzzing on a lot of my horror pages, and everybody says the same thing. This is a classic. It's really good. So let's talk about Tales from the Hood. Now, there's 3 of them. Okay. I'm gonna ask you to skip part 2 altogether, please. But we're going to start with 1, and I'll talk about 3 later on. But this is rated R, came out in 1995. So, Jules, who stars in Tales from the Hood?
You can see this on Starz if you have Starz account or Hulu. Just Google it, and you'll see where it's available. But if you have Starz, you can watch it without paying anything extra.
Okay.
It's rated R. It stars Clarence Williams III as Mr. Sims. He passed away last year at 81 years old.
Did he not do that role?
He did that role, just like he did his role in Purple Rain, playing Prince's dad. Rest in peace to Prince too.
Okay. But no, the man is a great actor. Yes, he could not voice the voice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Corbin Burnson plays
the dentist.
Duke Mitch.
I love Corbin Burnson. I've seen him in other shows. I think he was on Psych. I want to say he's the dad on the show Psych. If you ever watched that show, it's pretty funny. But the dentist, when I think of Corbin Burnson, I think of the dentist. And those are gruesome. The stuff he does to people while they're in his chair are great. But he has pretty good range, though. That's what I like. So, okay.
Joe Torre. Where are you, Joe Torre?
Yeah, because he was in, what's the one with Tupac and Janet Jackson that he was in? Was that Poetic Justice? Yeah. He has a brother, too.
Yeah, Guy Torre.
Yeah, that does acting. Okay.
DeAndre Bonds plays Ball. This was his first film.
We know him. If you're watching Snowfall right now, he's Scully. Now, we've seen him in a ton of other stuff, and he usually plays these gangster roles.
And he usually plays the guy named Stacy. Okay, he played him twice.
Stacy.
But I still think of him as Stacy.
But the guy's been acting for a long time, and he does great at his roles.
Yeah.
Okay.
He started in 1995 in this movie. Samuel Monroe Jr., you'll remember him from Menace to Society. He plays Bulldog. Okay. In Menace to Society, I don't remember his name, but he played the girl's cousin who came and stomped. Stomped.
Yeah, and then came back and let loose.
Yeah.
I couldn't stand him in that movie, but okay.
I know. He just has that face.
Can't
stand. No offense, because we know it's just acting, but
you're a good actor because you look at his face. I can't stand him right now.
Yeah.
We like you though. You're a good actor, but we don't like your face because you're always a bad guy. Just like Michael Beach. Every time I see his face.
Oh my God.
Great actor. We're just joking though, but it's a movie thing that we get. Like we see a certain face, and I cannot stand him because I remember what he did in that one movie. Okay.
We got David Alan Grier as Carl, Paula J. Parker as Sissy, and Rusty Cundieff as Richard. He's also a writer and director on this.
And he did a great one. He did a great one for this one. So let's tell them what. If you haven't seen Tales from the Hood, first of all, put pause right now.
Oh, you really can't talk about
Go watch
this.
it.
I haven't seen the first Top Gun. I haven't seen this, and I haven't seen that.
This is different. This is my genre. This is horror. But no, if you got Starz and Hulu, just go ahead and watch it. And I highly recommend watching it because they did a part 2. Again, I'm not going to recommend you watch that because it was not good whatsoever. I'm disappointed because Spike Lee was involved in part 2, and I don't know how that happened. It wasn't good. They picked it up on part 3 though. But I'm recommending watching
Spike Lee
it.
shouldn't probably do horror movies. That's why.
It just wasn't. It was terrible.
So I yanked this summary straight from IMDb, Internet Movie Database. All right. A funeral director tells 4 strange tales of horror with an African-American focus to 3 drug dealers he traps in his place of business. So he gets them there with the notion that he's like, I found some drugs in the alley. Yeah.
We ain't gonna say it, but they can. They will. We want our
Yeah.
Oh, I got you. And
you can come pick this up because I don't have anything. I don't want to, deal with it. And they come there and then they get taught some lessons.
Yes. First, let me tell you the one that gets me when I want to say heartfelt. Now, you know that these are anthologies, so you see what comes at the end. Monster. This is the one with David Alan Grier. Oh my gosh, I think that was the first time I ever seen him be such a nasty,
this is the first
nasty
time he
character.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was so hurtful because it involved a child being abused, and nobody, who's hurting you? And he's just saying it's a monster. You know, he's trying this monster that's hurting him, and it's really, that little boy's a good actor. Matter of fact, wasn't he in Soul Food?
Yes.
The movie?
Yes.
Little boy's a great actor. I would like to know where he's at now. I'm going to check that out. That one got me. The good thing about these anthologies that towards the end, everybody gets theirs, okay? Now you got these gangbangers who are at this funeral home because they think he has their whatever, okay? First of all, a lot of these moral lessons that you see in here, you can literally turn on the news right now and still see it happening. There's a politician, yes, well, they call him a political agitator, but really he's just a spokesperson for, hey, black people are being done wrong here. This is what's happening. And of course they call him a political agitator. You know, the cops we're gonna beat him up. And then you got this other black man who's just gonna not say, really? You're just gonna sit there? But a lot of this stuff you can literally pull up today and see it happening.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's ahead of its time.
It really was, and it's really good. Mm-hmm. My favorite one, which I'm going to ask you, which one is your favorite one? And I just like to call it the David Duke one. Because the guy, it's Corbin Burnson. He's Duke Medgar, which is basically, it's kind of a character of David Duke.
You know, actually...
it's a combo.
Yeah, the combination of the names. So the two notorious real-life white supremacists, former neo-Nazi Klansman David Duke and Klansman turned white Aryan resistance founder Tom Metzger.
So that's where they got that from, okay? Mm-hmm. Now what's funny is that this guy's a white supremacist, right? But, you know, as you can go a lot of places, he's got this picture on his wall of slaves. You know, you got the grandma who's sitting in the chair, you know, got the do-rag. Matter of fact, my mom has one of those little figurines. She has some of those with the red rag tied up. I don't know how I feel about those. My mom has a lot of them, you know, for cultural, nostalgic reasons, whatever. I'm not sure how I feel about them. I'm still not sure. They look nice as decor, but I'm not sure how I feel about them. But what's funny, and this is in real life, David Duke actually scammed his fellow Klansmen. And I have to laugh at that. It's just the most hilarious thing. He literally scammed them like he didn't have money. They were donating money and this dude was out gambling and doing all. I have to laugh. It's hilarious. It's freaking hilarious. But that one, that anthology was my favorite one because it creeped me the freak out. Okay? Because he's doing this stuff and he's having these rallies and he's this white supremacist and he's all nasty. Next thing you know, you looking at the picture. Wait a minute. There was another person in that slave picture. Where did they go? Oh my gosh. They slowly come out of the picture. The things that he says I can't repeat because there's one thing he called them some little unglets. And I'm not going to say it because, boy, when he said that, I was fired up. And my friend was like, you know why I didn't get mad? Because I knew his day was coming. It was coming. That is the most creepy one. And it was good when you see these slaves coming out of this picture in David Duke's house. Yeah. You know it's about to go down. And then he gets well, it wasn't me. I didn't do it. No. Don't backtrack on everything you done said and done because it's time to pop right now. Yeah. That was the creepiest one. The one that got me, I don't know, the gangbanger who refused to repent. He had a chance to repent and it could have saved his life. And he was so angry and so vile. Even the lady that was trying to save him, she's putting these images in his head of black people when they're getting hung back in slavery and all the things black people have went through. And he's still, I don't give a baba. When I get up out this chair, I'm gonna do this to you. And she's like, okay, yeah, okay. He refused to repent, and it's just like, man, you had the chance to kind of turn around all the wrong that you've done in your life, and you refused. And he paid the ultimate price for it, as did the gangbangers that went into the funeral home. When I first watched this, of course, I didn't think that they were going to go into this funeral home. I don't want to give that part away if you haven't seen it yet, because I just want you to see. Because that is like, when you hear Clarence Williams talking, when they find out in this funeral home where he's actually taking them to, it's like, wow. Yeah. And he plays that role and he has that Don King hair, you know, that kind of stands up. And boy, when he talks to him, he's just talking to him with such passion. But at the end, when you find out what it was, you be like, sometimes people really just don't want to learn their lesson and let me try to do right. I done did a lot of messed up stuff in my life. I've been banging, I done killed people I shouldn't kill, blah, blah, blah. And they still don't want to. But everything in this movie is a severe moral lesson. And I love this movie. I will advocate for it all the time. What was your favorite one in there?
I haven't seen this movie in so long. I started to try to refresh my memory when you're on the way, so I can't say because
the slave one was definitely the most creepy for me. Yeah. It was most creepy for me.
I do remember that, and that was super creepy. Yeah.
And like I said, Spike Lee, he was involved in part 2. I watched it, and I'm just gonna be brutally honest here. It was super cheesy, and I was highly disappointed because when you do a great movie, and this is definitely a classic. Like, I have never once heard anybody on any of my horror pages or anything say anything bad about this movie. Like, everybody literally, this is a great classic movie. So to see Spike Lee involved in part 2 and for it to be just ultimately a cheese fest. I mean, I'd rather have just watched Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I mean, it was not good. There was no lessons in it for me, but they did part 3 and they redeemed. It did not, let me take that back. It didn't redeem part 2, but I respect part 3. It was just that bad. Part 3 was actually really good. And they brought it up more to current times. You know, it was a couple years when they did part 3. But they, you had to bring it in because, we're in 2020 or whatever. But that one was actually pretty good. But the first one is still going to be hands down the best one.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Normally it's like that. Except for Top Gun. The second one's better.
The second one's better. And then we have some fun facts about the dolls in here.
Yeah, some of the dolls in the KKK comeuppance segment were later reused in Team America World Peace that came out in 2004.
World Police or World Peace?
World Police.
What? Okay, I've never heard of that, but maybe I have to check it out.
Girl.
Should I watch it?
No.
Okay. Okay. You said the dolls in there, so I thought maybe creepy slave dolls?
No.
Okay. I'll skip that. Okay.
It's super adult, and Team America is out to save the world. It's puppets.
Oh, I don't like puppet
That's
stuff.
what I'm saying. You don't even you barely started watching animated films. I'm not even going to tell you to watch this. I saw like part of this at my friend's house one time, and my son was small, and I was like, what the heck are we watching? We're not watching this anymore.
Okay.
Whoa.
I'll take her word for that. I'll skip that one. So, okay.
Director Rusty Cuddiff. Real life parents. I always said Cuddiff.
Cuddiff, okay.
Cuddiff.
Cuddiff.
His real life parents, John and Christina, appear in the third story of the film, KKK Comeuppance. The former playing the priest at Rhodey's funeral, and the latter playing Miss Cobbs, the woman in the painting with the dolls.
I'm gonna have to look at that. I didn't know that.
That's his mama.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, I've seen remnants of maybe great grandma, when I was looking at that picture, just brought me back to, back when those generations when our families, were slaves. And they were very great depictions. Like, the pictures are stuff you would probably see in museums or whatnot, but to watch them coming out of the picture was just even more
that's probably
entertaining.
my favorite segment too.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember all the segments, but I'm going to say that's probably my favorite as well. Joe Torre, Paula J. Parker, and Rusty Cuddiff, or Cuddiff, however you want to say it, from the second story, all played in Sprung, which came out in 1997 together with Tisha Campbell.
Wasn't Tommy Davidson was that the one Tommy Davidson was in?
No, I don't.
No, that's the one with Vivica Fox. Okay, never mind. I remember. But I remember Sprung. It was kind of a comedy. Yeah.
It is a comedy. Yeah, I actually have that on video.
Of course you do.
Okay, look, I don't even think I bought that one. What happened was, what happened? I was at work. I was at work. This was many moons ago, like 2000 or something, okay? And one of my coworkers comes in and she's like, oh my gosh, you won't even believe our Blockbuster is switching over to DVDs. They saran wrapped all of these VHS tapes. So they're all in mint condition, and they just set them gingerly next to the dumpster so that people could take them. They were just boxed. They were nicely saran wrapped, shrink wrapped or whatever. Shrink wrapped and set next to the dumpster. They had the prices on them and everything. Like, you could sell them like that. Like, you could have just took that box to the street and been like $2. So she brought 3 boxes home, and she brought a box to work. So we were all kind of picking out movies. So I have a bunch of VHS tapes because back then, you know, they were transitioning. So I did still. I mean, I still.
You still had a VCR.
VCR now. But
you still have a VCR.
I don't know where it is after I moved recently. That's another thing I kind of lost in the move. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I still have VCR because why not? I still have videotapes.
It's nostalgic.
I still have videotapes.
Something was going on with my Fire Stick, so I ended up pulling up something on the computer and watching it on the TV, and I was trying to rewind it because I missed a piece, and I grabbed my Fire Stick like, rewind 30 minutes. Rewind 30 minutes. Yeah, because it's on my computer, so we remember certain stuff, but it's like I'm so used to technology now that I forget. So I don't know if I would have the patience to hit rewind.
Yeah, I haven't watched a video in a long time, but I do still have.
VCR?
What I'm gonna do?
You know what?
Who's gonna buy my VHS?
Maybe you'll have a museum room in your house one day, and you can put all your, your VHS and some of your super old school DVDs. Like, didn't you don't you have the DVD with Love and Basketball? Do you have that one?
Yes, I do. I have that one. Yeah. Another thing, so Hollywood Video was going out of business.
Yeah, they were.
And so then they marked down a lot of movies. So I was like, I'll take this one, I'll take that one, I'll take that one. $1 to $5 for $3, stuff like that. So I got a lot of DVDs like that. But I have to admit, I don't watch DVDs as much either. I got all these. I still have some DVDs that still have the shrink wrapped on.
I have a lot
because, like you said, now Netflix. Back then you could still, and I don't even know if you can anymore. You could still get like DVDs from Netflix, and Blockbuster had their own site, and all that stuff. So back then I used to watch a lot of DVDs, and then Netflix transitioned to having more streaming.
You remember they used to have, I knew I wasn't crazy. You remember they used to have, you could get them by, you can get it by mail. Was it Blockbuster?
Yeah. Blockbuster and Netflix.
I'm like, I knew I remembered that. And then
I used to do that.
Yes. And then Redbox came out. Redbox used to be 99 cents. Do you remember?
Yes.
Then they slowly started going up. But then I just seen the other day, they have one night a week where you can get DVDs for 99 cents now.
Oh, well.
At Redbox. So it's rare that I even do Redbox anymore because during the pandemic, I just didn't want to be touching all kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But most things I stream now, but I still do DVDs. Sometimes I'll go to FYI or FYE. It's in Arizona Mills. But anyways, sometimes if you buy DVDs, they'll give you a digital copy, so you can watch your digital copy wherever. But there have been times when my internet just went kerplunk for no reason.
Thank you.
And like, what am I going to watch? Okay, I pull out all my classic DVDs. So I do have a whole lot on DVDs.
You pull out the classic DVDs, or you can pull out your videotapes if you have it.
I don't have a VCR. And it's funny because my mom was like
me.
My mom wanted to send me VHS. I'm like, Mom, just
see.
But they might be worth some money one day. I'm like, Mom, just
you
trying
to say
throw
I'm
them
as
away.
Old as your mom?
I'm just saying, I just told her to just go ahead and throw them away because just throw them away. I'm sorry. But
I can't just throw them away like that, though.
Because some of them you look at, they're such good classics, you feel bad throwing them away. But I mean, at some point, I'm like, I don't have room for this stuff, and it's really unnecessary. But FYE, just in case you've never been there, I bought all used DVDs from there. Never had a problem with any of them. I mean, I've gotten DVDs for $5. Sometimes I'll walk past there and they'll have a big barrel for $3.
Somebody acts like you're old because you have DVDs.
Oh, just wait. Wait till my nieces get old.
My son tried to act like I was old because I was like, I'm gonna buy, the last Spider-Man, the Into the Universe on DVD, right? And you get a digital copy with that too. And he was like, "You're gonna buy the DVD? Why don't you just get it on Vudu or whatever?" Like, 'cause I don't trust Vudu and stuff. I've seen so many things where people are like, "I had all these movies I paid for on Vudu, and then it just disappeared."
You know why? Because they did something with Fandango. I lost a couple, but usually they'll send you a couple emails to let you know we're merging. Here's what you need to do. But Vudu has some great sales that go on. Like I bought, minus the last 2, I got the entire Tyler Perry collection for like $25.
Yes.
I got that with the Underworld as well. Vudu has great, when they do those bundle sales, great. So you can watch them anywhere. They're all digital copies.
First of all, I don't think I'm gonna watch on them digital copies, that much anymore. I mean, I've already seen the movies. I'm not gonna keep watching them again.
What if you're on a plane or something? You can download it.
To watch it again, I have a tangible copy. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody it's just disappearing. I have a tangible copy, and I have my own digital copy.
I'm down for the DVDs.
I also have Netflix, and I also have Hulu,
which just went up. Netflix,
and I also have how many things do I need? I don't want to keep buying all these things.
But I love getting the DVDs with the digital copy because now you can take it wherever you go. You'll be at the airport, or if you're sitting at your office somewhere and you're bored and whatever. So I'm cool with DVDs. They come in handy because trust me, my internet was down for almost 3 days for no reason.
Okay, boomer.
I'm calling him like, what's the deal? So he comes out. Oh, you just need a new router, whatever it was. I'm like, no, because I just bought that like 2 months ago. Oh. Okay, so I just sat here for 3 days. Thank goodness I have my DVDs. So no, I will always buy DVDs, until my nieces become adults, and they'll probably have something totally different, and then they'll laugh at us. And
you just reach out the sky,
all you do is here. You just tapped it right there. That's it. Okay, so you're gonna laugh at us because we had DVDs. Yeah, it's coming. I'm prepared for it. That's why I make sure I buy them stuff now and buy them candy and McDonald's whenever they want, so they don't talk about me later. My auntie is old, I don't want them to do none of that, so I have to be the good, fun auntie right now, so they won't say that about me. Yeah, I have ulterior motives. Yes, I buy their affection, and I am not ashamed. Okay. All right. Anyways, we highly recommend watch Tales from the Hood. I promise you are going to love it. It's going to be some stuff that creeps you out. There's some violence in there. There's some police violence in there. There's some domestic violence going on with the mom and the kid. But I promise you, every single one of these has some really good moral lessons in there. You're going to watch it again. I know I've watched this it's probably been more than 10 times.
I'm going to watch it again once we finish this.
Matter of fact, I'm going to go home and watch it because I do have stars right now, because our shows just came back out. Our P Valley.
Right now too. They have some kind of special going on where it's $40 for the year.
Oh, I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and every time I see those, I'll start tagging people because they'll be like, well, you're buying all these, subscriptions and streaming services. You're paying as much as cable. I was like, absolutely not. I got Hulu for a year for 99 cents a month. I get Stars, $40 for a whole year. See, I see all these promos all the time, and I just start tagging people when I don't pay what people pay for cable. I would not pay for cable because it's outrageous. But no, I get all my streaming stuff. I catch those promotions, and that's it. So watch this. We promise you're gonna love it. We're not gonna give it any stars, but it's a great classic. You need to have. Yes. Well, I said stars. I mean clappers. Anyways, thank you very much for tuning in to our classic review of Tales from the Hood.
Thank you.
We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on Instagram, and we are on
Cashapp.
If you want to make a donation, anything is appreciated. It'll go to all of our movie watching ventures. We travel, we go to the movies. Sometimes we might have a little snack or two here and there. But hey, anything is appreciated. Let us know what you want to see. We got you covered, all right? All right, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Thank you.